How does it feel to be back here?
It feels really, really good. Yeah, a bit cold, naturally. It's actually warmer than it was last time, but it's beautiful. Like we were flying in, and I remember, I've played a lot of gigs in my life, and some of them I remember, and some of them I don't. And as I was flying in, I kind of had little sparks of memory of this gig. So I'm really excited because it's a young crowd. It's a young audience, and it's so exciting to be playing gigs for such a young audience, because that's where you really find people that are so passionate about living and celebrating life. So yeah, it's exciting. It's good to be back.
Yeah, and why did you decide to go back here?
Because I had such a good time last time. Yeah, I played here 7 years ago with my band Gallows, and I just remember it being, such an important show for me, because of the energy, because, we're right at the end of the world almost, we just went out and looked at the sea, and it's really epic, it's a beautiful, beautiful place to be. So I just, why wouldn't I want to come and explore that again, It's wonderful.
What is the biggest thing you have achieved?
Oh my God. Having a daughter, probably. I think that's probably bigger than any gig we've got, or any, just keeping her alive for the first year was a real struggle. They're I don't know, yeah, she's definitely the best thing I've ever made. I don't think I'll ever make anything that comes close to how perfect she is. She's incredible.
How has being a father changed your music?
It's changed it in a lot of ways, for one, I've written songs about her, I've written songs based on her. So naturally, that definitely had an effect. But yeah, it's also changed my performance in a huge way, because before she was born, I didn't really have the perspective of what it was like to be a female at our shows. I just had the perspective of what it was like to be me, and I started questioning what it might be like to be a female at our gigs. And honestly, when I started asking girls what it was like to be at our gigs, I was really upset by the response I got, because in rock especially, I think it can be quite intimidating. I think it can be quite daunting place, a mosh pit for a young girl to be. I think it can be a space where there's not equality, and you can be mistreated. And so what I tried to do was flip that entirely on its head and speak to the men and the women at our shows, and to say that this is a safe environment for everybody. And now we dedicate a song purely just to girls, so that they can crowd surf on their own safely and be treated with the respect that they deserve. So that that's all I have, really. All you can do when you want to change the world, you have to start with your own platform, And my platform is rock and roll. So, I feel very lucky to have that, but I also feel a gigantic responsibility. And I didn't have that perspective until my daughter was born. And honestly, I feel just incredibly guilty, because if I had been talking about this 10 years ago, maybe there would already have been some change, Now I have a child, I have a deadline. I want the world definitively to be a better place by the time she's 18 and she wants to go to rock and roll gigs, I want to eradicate any groping and misogyny and bigotry and sexism out of rock and roll. I want, a girl's place should not be on the arm of a man. It should be on stage. It should be doing whatever the fuck she wants to do, really. That's what I want in the world. I want the world to change, and the first place I start that is by enabling everybody to have the same experience at my gig, which is one of safety and fun and no inhibitions. and just absolute enjoyment where they feel like they are loved and respected, you know, because there's not enough of that in the world.